That's it. Zip it. Zip it. Hi, my name is Lacey, and welcome to my recap of episodes 28 and 29 of Love Island UK Summer 2023. That's a lot of 20s. I wish I had a couple 20s. If you like my recaps, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when my next one is live. And let's get into it. So, Whitney and Zachariah have just been flirty. Mitch takes this opportunity to hit on Katie, and he throws Zachariah under the bus and says that Zachariah said that his conversation with Katie on the couple's dinner was dry. This offends Katie, and Zachariah comes over to Katie and Mitch bails. So now it's Katie and Zachariah, and Katie says, "Hey, what's going on? What's up with the awkwardness?" And he says, "Oh, I don't know, you just can't force conversation." And they don't. Ty talks up Zachariah on his way to bed, like, "You got this, man. You got this, bro." In bed, Ty and Ella smooch, and Catherine and Scott smooch. And in Zachariah and Katie goes, "Oh, in bed. She goes, "Oh, so I heard our conversation's dry." And he just kind of and rolls over and goes to bed. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with that tomorrow. In the morning, Katie is talking to Whitney about Zachariah and is like, "Well, why didn't you tell me? I just want to be in the loop. I don't know anything. I'm the last person to know." And Whitney's like, I don't know. We just had one conversation, so I don't know what to tell you. It went well. Leah and Montel are good. Catherine and Zach are happy. Catherine really liking him. And Sam and Jess are happy. The guys are on to Mitch. Mitch is in the doghouse for saying one thing to Katie or spilling the beans to Katie and then lying about it to Zach, and then the guys are on to him and they're ready to call him out. Zach pulls Mitch. Mitch has this way of playing dumb when confronted straight on, like, "Oh no, I don't know what you're talking. I didn't say that. I don't know what you're talking about," and tries to talk himself around in circles out of it. Zach is basically like, "Don't be snaky. Did you tell her this or not? Own it. And don't talk to the girls about what the guys say." And Mitch is like, okay, so sorry. You know he's gonna do it again. Zach pulls Katie to deal with the Mitch situation. It's like, "Okay, where'd you hear the dry thing?" "Oh, you heard it from Mitch. For fuck's sake, he just said he didn't say that to you, so he's going about things the wrong way." Okay, Zach pulls Mitch again. And he says, "Why are you lying?" And Mitch just is like, "I'm sorry." So it's just, like, it's just Mitch trying to back out and lie about everything, about what he said. And it's just like, "Mitch, come on, stop doing this. We all know what you're doing. Just stop. Just be honest. Or, like, shut your mouth." Mitch apologizes to Katie for making it sound worse than it was. And he said that Zach is really happy with her. Just stop talking for anybody but yourself, Mitch. Just stop. That's it. Zip it. Zip it. Montel starts to question Catherine and Scott's relationship in front of Whitney. Ty and Zach and Sam are also like, "Yeah, I don't trust Scott. Scott's not really into her." And it's just like, and then Scott and Catherine are over to the side together, and they know that they're being talked about. And Scott's just like, "Yeah, whatever. They're talking about us. Whatever. Don't care." Because he knows where they're at. Catherine gets a little upset and offended that they're talking about her and Scott behind their backs and about their relationship, which they know nothing about. And so Scott's like, "Okay, you're upset. I'm going to pull them and I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to make them stop. Or I'm going to make, our opinions and our voices heard." I got a text. Sam gets a text that because he's single, he gets to go on a date with anybody of his choosing. And he picks Jess. And then Whitney gets a text and she gets to pick anybody to go on a date with, and she picks Zachariah. Their dates are going well, and as expected, Jess and Sam are talking about how happy they are rekindling everything, and Scott and Whitney are talking about just flirty banter and how they kind of hit it off. And it's nothing too serious, but everybody's getting along, and it's good dates all around. Back at the villa, Katie is missing Zach, and she's getting a little butthurt that Whitney picked Zachariah without telling Katie first. That night after the dates, the guys come back, and Sam says that they had a kiss and he's happy with Jess. And Zachariah said that, yeah, it was a fun date. She's a cool girl. And that's, you know, it wasn't forced. It was fun. And they're going to probably chat again. The girls, Jess is happy with Sam. And Whitney said it was a good date with Zachariah. And they're just chatting. Katie and Zachariah are chatting. And Katie's getting upset about Zachariah and Whitney. And Zachariah's like, look, there's nothing to tell you. We're just chatting. I don't know what you want. And Katie's like, I don't want to be out of the loop. I want you to tell me. And he's like, there's nothing to tell. They've just been chatting. That is it. So he's like, I don't know what to tell you. And then he says, well, I thought you were going to get to know Mitch. And she says, what? Why? What do you say? I'm going to get to know Mitch. I never said that. And he said, oh, well, Mitch said that. And so then Katie and Zach call Mitch over and are like, hey, why did you say this? And Mitch is like, Mitch backs out of it and just like, backtrack. I didn't say anything. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just, everybody's just over Mitch's bullshit. And so Katie ends it with like, I'm going to take a couple steps back because I am now worried that you're going to leave for Whitney. And Zach's just kind of like, okay, I'm going to be doing whatever it is you're comfortable with because obviously I'm going to follow your lead. Katie, after this conversation, goes to cry to Leah and says that she just feels left out. She doesn't want to be not the last one to know. She's the new girl, but she feels left out, blah, 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 blah. She's crying. What's funny, what I clocked during this part is Leah and Katie are sitting there talking. Who was it? Ty and Montel come over just to see how they're doing. And the girls are like, yeah, go ahead, sit. They sit. Katie continues to cry and brings something up about Zachariah. The guys immediately stand up and walk away. They're like, oh, no, too dramatic, too emotional, not safe for men. So I thought that was funny that they just they tried to help and then were like, oh, nope, not our place. I'm going to leave now. And that is where this episode ends. What episode was that? That was episode 28. That is where episode 28 ends. And here we are at episode 29. Continuing the same night, a lot has happened this night after the dates. So Scott and Catherine are talking, and he is mad that everybody is talking behind their backs about their relationship and upsetting Catherine. So he calls everybody to the fire pit. Everybody. And he says, hey, I hear you guys talking about our relationship. What is up? If you have something to say it now or forever hold your peace. Let's deal with it right now. Ty, Sammy, and it's mostly Ty and Sammy. Maybe Montel, but mostly Ty and Sammy. They're saying that they don't trust Scott and they think he's playing a game. And he's like, okay, why? And they're like, I don't know. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. And this is Sammy and Ty talking. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Sammy and Ty. The two F-boys decide to throw a wrench in somebody else's relationship that's going well. Why? Why? Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Sam's one mention was the fact that Scott kissed Catherine after he spoke to Leah and sort of was like mugged off by Leah. And I brought that up as well. But since then, I haven't seen anything for me to doubt Scott, and he hasn't really talked to Leah at all since then. So I believe that he's into Catherine, and Sammy and Ty can fuck off. Catherine cries because everybody's yelling and talking over her, and she's the one who's upset and doesn't get to talk. Scott tries to, help. Whitney tries to help. It's just a mess. People dissipate from the fire pit. Then Katie gets upset with Whitney about Whitney not telling Katie about Zachariah. And then it's like, then Catherine gets involved in that fight. And Catherine says, well, there's nothing to tell after one conversation. All Catherine said was that they had a good time chatting. And so then Katie's mad at Whitney for not telling Katie, but Catherine's backing Whitney, saying there's nothing to tell. It's a mess. Scott talks to Zach, or Zach is talking to Scott, and their chat is fine. The guys kind of sorted out really easily, really quickly. They say, okay, yeah, it's done, it's squashed, whatever. It's our opinions, and we're going to leave you guys alone. We've said our piece, prove us wrong, whatever. So the guys kind of squash it pretty easily, which is good, I guess. But their opinions are shite. Catherine and Scott check in, and Catherine doesn't feel heard, and she feels that everybody's judging their relationship for no reason, which I agree with. Especially who is judging their relationship. No leg to stand on. In bed, Katie is mad at Zach because she has to pull information out of him about Whitney. But again, there's nothing to tell. They've gone on they've had 2 conversations, and they went on one like lunch date and had a conversation. That's it. Morning debriefs. New day. So Jess slept alone again in the doghouse so that she wasn't sharing a bed with Mitch because she likes Sam. Catherine likes Scott standing up for her. Zach says to the guys, how did I get it so wrong? But then when he has a chat with Katie, he says they're going in the good direction and there's nothing to say about Whitney. So I don't know what game Zach is playing. Well, stay in the villa. But he's not here for Katie. He's not here for Whitney. Zach is here for Zach. But Katie feels reassured by that, so good luck, girl. Leah and Martell are great, whatever. Catherine and Scott are good, and Sam and Jess are good. And now Sam and Jess are also back talking to Catherine and Scott, so everybody is kosher again. Great. I got a text. There's going to be a VIP party that night with Neo performing. So everybody is super freaking excited and getting so glammed up. And then Neo comes and they have a great party and everybody's singing and dancing and having a great time. And then Neo takes pictures with everybody. And then Neo's like, now I just want to get a picture with the girls. So the girls, he's like, no, let's come out to the front by the big heart. And so they go outside. The guys are back in the back patio. And the girls come outside, they take a selfie, and then he's like, and now get into this car. And it says Casa VIP. So the girls are screaming because they are going to Casa Amor. And hopefully we will have some good specimens for them to choose from because some of these boys are not it. The girls are screaming, the guys are in the back and they hear the screams and they're like, oh God, the girls are screaming, what's going on, what's going on? So they all run to the front and they're like, oh no, they're gone, curses. And then they run back to the back of the house again, and then Mitch spies like a couple miles away the lights of Casa Amor. And then they're like, oh no, Casa. And so the girls are screaming, the guys are screaming, ah. The chessboard. Let's flip the table and see where these pieces land. At the villa, the boys are scared of what's going to happen now with Casa Amor. Scott is worried and Ty is worried because of his deplorable behavior so far. He's worried that Ella's going to act out because he was a douche. We'll see. At Casa, the girls haven't met the guys yet. They said, the girls are saying that they're going to be open and they're looking for new experiences and not tests, but new experiences and meet new people. And of course they say what happens in Casa stays in Casa, but everything is recorded and there's going to be a movie night and you know this, you know everything will get back to the guys. Behave. And we're going to end the episode on meeting the new Casa Boys. We have Ben, he's 26 from London and he's a personal trainer. Elam, he's 22, he's from North London and he is also a personal trainer. Cody is 20 from Birmingham and he does digital marketing and social media. Locken, I have to hear his name again because I haven't heard it enough, but Locken is 25 from London and he's an account manager. Uzi is 24, he's from Edinburgh, he's 6'4", and he's part-time footballer, part-time model, and he previously has known Ella. And lastly, we have Zachary. He is 27 in tech sales from Manchester. What do you think of this crop of Casa Boys? I'm skeptical. I'm always underwhelmed with the Casa Boys, and I'm not sure why. I think we need a better crop of like standout, like solid bombshells for Casa, and I don't know that these guys are it. We shall see. What do you guys think of the Casa Boys down below? Let me know your thoughts. And do you think anybody's heads will turn, guys or girls? Let me know your thoughts down below. And also, I recap Temptation Island, The Big D, and the LGBTQ+ show Love Always. And Love is Blind is coming back, and Love Island US is coming back soon. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.